Hey guys, what's up? We are going to shoot some new grease in these joints. They're being stubborn, and so we're going to loosen the bolt and nut on them and then heat them up real hot so the old grease can melt out. It's going to be hard for me to do this on camera, so I'll just kind of start and stop as I go so you can see what I'm doing here. Using a 14mm and a 17mm wrench. They're not at really high-end torque, but you might want to make sure you don't use just use a 6-point. I'm using 12-point, and I guess I will pay for that if it breaks, but if you have the option of 6-point wrenches, use those. That the nut and bolt is loose enough so you can spin them. So it'll help pull grease out of these spots right here. Once those are really tight, it holds those caps on so tight sometimes that thick grease can't push through to push the old stuff out. So you'll see once I heat it up, it'll actually start seeping out of areas, which I'm going to go ahead and start doing that. You can see how I do that. Just using a cheap little heat gun here just to get this hot. And you'll know when it starts getting hot enough to do anything because the grease will expand and it'll start coming out by itself without having to push anything in. And you don't want to stay in one spot too long. I mean, it probably doesn't matter, but help it heat it evenly. And this is also a good time to heat up your grease real good. Get all that grease inside of it real hot. That way you can push it out, because it could be a bunch of dirt and stuff clogging it up, making it hard to load more grease up anyway. Kind of a boring process. You'll see when it starts getting thin enough where it pushes itself out. Top of the grease set, it's got stuff coming out of it by itself. That's what you want. You want it thin enough where it'll come out by itself. That stuff will expand inside the joint and cause positive pressure. Sorry if I'm not getting a good picture. I can't do it while watching the screen. I gotta see it in person. I don't see a whole lot coming out on this side just yet. Maybe a little bit on the inside. Let's turn this off real quick. On the inside here, there's some down at the bottom. I don't know if it'll focus, but yeah, a little bit. But anyway, now what you're gonna do is just, I don't know, I always wipe the tip off just in case it pushed extra dirt out, and then you're just gonna try to start forcing some grease in there and see what happens. I don't know if I'll be able to do it one hand. Let's try it out. Everything's pretty hot, so you're going to want to make sure that your hose doesn't get touching something too hot. You don't want to melt it. And you want to watch your fingers because it is hot in there. This grease gun's pretty cheap, so that might be half the reason why it's not loading any grease in there real well, but you start slowly pumping. And see, this is the problem I have with it. Some joints it does this, some joints it doesn't, so I can't tell if it is the gun. See if I can hold Just like that, yeah. But it's not, on this one, it's not wanting to just push it all in there at once. It's trying to push it out the sides too. So, yeah, this is the reason why I'm making this vid, so you can try to, you know, put more grease in without that happening, because that's just a pure waste. Like, I paid like 10 or 15 bucks for this tube of grease, and it's just like getting wiped off. It's not even getting in there. So, I guess I'm gonna try to lift the A-arm up and down. My shocks are being rebuilt right now, so this is why I'm doing it now, since it's all out of the way. You're supposed to do it every so often anyway, but since it sat over winter, that grease hardening wouldn't push out. So I'm gonna wipe this off and try to do it off camera and see if I can get it to work better. So I heated it up quite a bit more, and you can see I still wasted a ton trying to get this to work, but after I heated it up quite a bit, you can see some coming out. That's what you want. You want the color of grease that's going in to start coming out. That's when you know you've switched it all out. This is what you're looking for. I'm going to try to, I think the stock stuff is like green or something, but after it's been used it turns black. But yeah, you want it to transition from the black to the red if you're using a red color. I don't know. This is just bell rays, but yeah, it started leaking out of different places and stuff, and that's what you want. It's coming out of the bolts. It's pretty much cycled all the way through. I mean, there's still going to be some old stuff left, but it's such a shame I couldn't get the greaser to accept enough to do that without just wasting all of it. But yeah, got two more on the front. Gonna do this bottom one. This seems like this top rail, this big long one, tends to use so much grease to push out. Like I did the other one the same way I was doing this one, and it actually accepted all the grease like I wanted it to, but I think I pumped it full like 30 times, and just all over the place. Like here's some down here that fell off. Just all kinds of it still left in there. But I might gotta do this guy, and then that one up here, and then yeah, and then I'm gonna start on the back. The back's not really normally gave me a whole lot of problems. It's always this front end that I don't know why it just doesn't want to shoot the old grease out. Anyway, yeah, I'll see if I can. I might clip in some other videos of the other ones to show you what they look like, just in case you don't get a real good picture here. But yeah, give me just a second. I'll start working on the other ones. Yeah, see, this is how it's supposed to be coming out. It's real easy like, and it's not wasting too much. You just keep pretty much pumping until it turns bright red or whatever color your stuff is. I've noticed too, once you loosen those bolts, you have to tap them a few times with like a wrench or something just to move the bolts around in it, and it seems to help. This side came out a whole lot. This is pretty much about done. Yeah, I'll probably give it a few more. Yeah, okay, that's good. See, that's how it's supposed to go in, real easy like that. It never does, it seems like. But I was recommended to heat it up like that by a person on the forum, and it did seem to help, because I did heat up all these and they go in a lot easier. Even the ones that did still sort of go in, they went in easier this time. But anyway, hopefully this helps somebody. I mean, I wouldn't say it's a fix, but it did help a little bit. Alright, thanks.